the department store variety. There he stood, the skinny little Santa Claus with a round head, at the back door of the department store, with his false beard and his baggy trousers, his ill-fitting jacket. His long sleeves were pulled up, but they didn't stay in place very long. Sliding down to his wrists, the sleeves covered most of his delicate hands as he rang his bell time and time again. But how the little Santa loved the sound of Christmas. The excitement was embedded in his soul. Billy was the oldest of his kind, since he was born with Down syndrome. But he was the friendliest Santa Claus in the department store. However, he was undersized and therefore not suited for the front door, where Santa held the children on his lap, gave out little treats, and greeted all of the customers. The Santa inside the store had the most comfortable spot. Not only was he allowed to sit down, but it was warm in the store, and he got his picture taken with the children. It just wouldn't look right without the traditional belly, Billy was told. So the back door leading to the smaller parking lot was selected for him. In spite of his shortcomings and that minor disappointment in his heart, he enjoyed his position at the store immensely. People liked the gentleman. Some even called him by his name. Day in and day out, he addressed the customers with a twinkle in his eye and a heart full of love. He never got tired greeting them with the same old line, "Ho, ho, ho," and "Merry Christmas to you." His cheerfulness was as contagious as it was genuine, coming straight from his heart. Frequently, he volunteered to help with the Christmas decorations. As a result, the department store took on a warm and inviting air, with the Christmas trees sparkling, the lights and the pine cones and nuts and strings of popcorn, cranberry, candies and wooden toys. Placed under the trees were colorful packages sprinkled with stardust and tied with bright ribbons and crimson bows. He was very proud of his work. The task of putting up the Christmas stars was exclusively his, and when completed, he stood back and he looked for a moment or two. Oh, he took in this magical sight. The department store was his home and the customers his family, for which he was truly thankful. And year after year, he looked forward to the month of December, trembling as he remembered children's faces with bright dancing eyes, where laughter rang and Christmas greetings were exchanged. It filled his heart with a message of cheer as he merrily handed out little red stockings filled with small trinkets. He never recognized the commercialization of Christmas in the store. He would sigh and nod, pleased as the song "There's No Place Like Home for the Holidays" played over the intercom. Billy was home for the holidays. This was where he belonged, where he wanted to be. This was where he had been privileged to celebrate Christmas for many years of his life. This place and his insignificant job had brightened up his days. It had made him feel less lonely, even happy. It had given him a reason for living and a meaningful life. He had worked late one bitter cold night before Christmas Eve, and he was very, very tired. A fellow employee had offered him a ride home, but he decided to walk home. On his mind was a Christmas Eve long ago. It was peaceful and it was snowing, white and sparkling. A hush moved through the frosty air, and he felt a cold tingle. As he listened to the silence, The clouds exposed the moon, and in the true spirit of Christmas he murmured, "Oh, holy night!" The deep, soft snow looked inviting, and he longed to rest for a while. That instant, he heard a whisper in the breeze, followed by church bells ringing. Such music he had never heard before. He was missed the next day, and all the bells in the store remained silent. Molly. She sits at the piano with a smiling face, filled with images and memories of happier days, dreaming of a treasured place the world in the years cannot erase. She plays in soft shades of blue, but her songs come in crimson and purple too. Her melodies, some brave, some bold, a few yet untold, are swiftly passing by, echoing in the clear blue sky. She writes of hope and sun-flooded dreams alongside gentle, enchanted streams, nurturing a fragrant, delicate flower. With an incredible inner power, she fills it with the perfume of love, while being blessed from heavens above. Her songs speak of human dignity, of compassion and living in harmony, offering us priceless, simple things. Of nature's splendor, her full heart sings when a young bird finds its wings. And sometimes a soul on magic flight, a joyous soul, comes into sight, embracing the laughter of a child who finds sweet-smelling roses in the wild. She keeps on writing, she keeps on giving. She understands about loving, and she understands about living. Still vibrant, she longs once more for a knock at her own door. Someone she holds dear would inspire hope and endless good cheer. And without a word or a single tear, one day he will be standing there. An outstretched hand will draw her near, on her lips a prayer, a grateful praise, as she drifts in and out of time and space. For a welcome moment she'll linger there, instantly feeling a new song in the air.